to show you just kind of an every morning routine that Penny and I do together. We get out on a walk as a family and take Penny with us. And yeah, we want to make sure that she can heel really well. In the beginning, she was a little bit nervous by the car behind her. And so we've just been working on, building a little bit of confidence in that. So one thing that I really like to do is once we have really solid understanding of the position of the heel, which is this position right next to me, I'm barely holding onto the leash. She's rocking it. She's right next to my left-hand side. I'm looking at her shoulder position, not ever going past my knee. If she does go past my knee, I'm just using a little bit of leash, a little bit of e-collar. She gets a little bit nervous by the cart behind me. So right there, a little bit of e-collar, a little bit of leash, and then having her settle back down. So it's really, really great to work her through some of these insecurities and fears of just something foreign behind me. I totally get it. She doesn't quite understand what that car is all about, little baby car. And so yeah, we want to cater to that, but also never work on it too. So creating a little bit of distance where I'm a little bit more ahead of the baby, creating a little bit of distance between her and the car, and then just having her get used to it. She has no problem walking next to it or even behind it. It's when it's behind her that she gets pretty nervous by it. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at as far as the heel goes. I mean, outside of the car behind us, she's actually doing really well. She's not all over the place anymore. In the beginning, she's just a busybody and wants to be all over the place on our walks. And there's a time when she can be like that. But there's also a time when I want her to be obedient and staying really close next to me. So yeah, it's really, really good for her to learn how to have an on and off switch of when it's time to be obedient and when it's time to play. So good job, Penny. That's very good. All right, guys, I want to show you what the place command is functional for. So it's functional for a lot of things. We're getting dinner ready, feeding the baby. We've been just kind of working on some things. And Miss Penny, as you know, loves to be involved in all of the things, just a little bit. So this is really functional for the times where we don't necessarily want to put her in a crate. We want her to be out and involved, but we definitely don't want her like under our feet. So this is the place command. This can be moved all over the house. You can get different kinds. I have some that are fluffy, some that are, I like these ones. The elevated ones are really clean, easy to keep clean, but I also have some ones in like the bedroom that are just like fluffy and comfy and cozy. But this is functional for so many different things. When she first comes home, I'd like her to be sleeping in a crate at night, but I know long term you probably want her sleeping in the room with you guys. This is an option too, having her sleep on a place bed. But yeah, so the biggest thing that I use this for is the doorbell. So doorbell rings. I want her to be able to go to the place bed, stay there, and have people come in and have her be right here. So the nice thing about having a place bed that you can move around is in the beginning, like I have it here. So I practice this. That way if she gets off, I can instantly get her back on. Whereas this is a little bit further. And then I have one behind the couch over there too. So yeah, so if a dog's like a pro, they can hang out back there. Sometimes if they're further away and their vision is blocked, they can't see the doorbell, they're more likely to break. So this is kind of where Penny's at. She's a little bit further back, but she's still doing pretty good. So I'll kind of show you what this looks like. Good job, Penny. Okay. Just kind of let her hang out and wander around for a minute. I'll use the leash if I need to, but I'm trying to avoid using it as much as possible. So Let's say my doorbell rings right here. I'm gonna say, Penny, come. Good girl, place. Get her on the place bed. Good job. No e-collar. She does it the first time. She gets that opportunity. If she had blown me off, then I would have used the e-collar. So say there's a person in the door, that's more likely to happen because she's like, hey, there's someone here. Oh, we got a chewy box. We got dog food. So she'll be like, somebody's here. I'm probably not going to be as reliable, so I might need a little bit of e-collar there. So yeah, this is where we're at with her. She's doing pretty good. She's doing good if I like go out of sight. Oh, sorry, this is what it's like having children. Things everywhere. And able to, my husband's over there making some food. And yeah, she's doing really good. Good job, Penny. And then just to get her off, I'm just gonna release her, you guys. Okay. Yeah, that's a girl. You did so good. Oh, so good. And then she gets lots of love after. And then, yeah, there's times that she can just hang out and be a dog. But like I said, this is really good for, we don't necessarily want to put her in a crate, but we don't necessarily want her to like be up in everyone's business at the same point. This is really functional. So we do this as we eat food. Yeah, really, really good for her.